Flexx Luthor. Morgan sneaker room, so much soul. About to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From me these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about soccer knees. Golden Goose is on dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flexx Luthor. And today, guys, we are blessed with a guest. What's up and what's new and how you feeling, my guy?
What's good, man? Y'all already know what's up. It's your boy CraigNoIceCube here with the legendary Flexx Luthor.
I don't know about the legendary. I don't know about the legendary. We getting there, though. We getting there.
Flexx Luthor, what's good, man?
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me.
Man, I appreciate you taking time out your day to hop on the Soul Brothers podcast, man, so we can talk some sneakers and much more.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's get into it, man. What we doing first? What we got going?
Well, I mean, it's your first time here, so give a small introduction. Let the people know who you are and what you do.
All right. So for those of you guys who don't know, my name is CraigNoIceCube. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. Currently living in Portland, Oregon right now. I love sneakers, kind of been into sneakers since 2016. Always had love for the game, always had love and interest in the culture. And so, had some setbacks, had some breaks, but I'm back in it to win it. And I also love photography. Do a lot of content creating on my Instagram account and on Twitter. That's where you can find me at. Socials is CraigNoIceCube on both. And graduate from Prairie View A&M University. Shout out PV, I think that's about it, though. That's all. That's all they need to know for now about me.
I like it, man. I went to Portland a couple months ago, man. Beautiful out there. I love it. It. Yeah, man, I love it.
It's beautiful, huh?
Yeah, man, I like it. It's a little, gets a little cloudy every now and then, but it was still some nice sightseeing out there. I started to stop by the night campus, but I was like, nah, I gotta be invited. I can't post up at the Nike campus.
You just want to go knock on the door?
Yeah, nah, I can't be out there nah. I gotta get an invite, then I post up, but just riding up there, wasting time and gas, nah, I'm cool on it.
Yeah, nah, people have asked me all the time, they're like, bro, you live right there in Portland, why don't you ever just go to the Nike campus and just ask them this, ask them that? I'm like, bro, it don't work like that. Honestly, it don't work like that, and it's the quickest way to have people looking at you with the biggest side eye. Like it's kind of crazy. Like these people are like really protective about their what they do, and it's definitely tight knit. You gotta want to like be announced before coming up there. So you did the right thing. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I like it. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, we're gonna start off with what was on feet. So what you pop out with today?
So today I finally got to lace up these right here.
Okay.
You just saw if you guys after this episode, you guys will see today that I actually put these on with a fit. I got to finally rock these. Very clean shoe to me, man. I know it's not. I don't think it's like the greatest colorway that Travis has done. But it's a clean shoe. It's a clean look. And that's just about all I'm gonna say. I really do love that this fragment probably has, like, in terms of the material, this was the material that they should have did on the first fragment that they did. But other than that, man, Travis Scott Frags, second iteration, was on feet today.
I like it, man. I like it. I really can't get with I'm not a fan of the Air Jordan 1 low. Like, I have one pair. And that's the Zion Voodoo, the first pair. I don't know. I just can't get with it. And then Travis Scott, I don't like Travis Scott.
You don't like Travis?
Nah.
I ain't mad at him, man. He makes alternative music, man. He makes some different type of music. It's not everybody's cup of tea for sure.
Nah. But I went with the Trophy Room 7s. A fun pair. I'm a fan of the Retro 7. I love all the small details and different things in the shoe, like the insole, then that color blocking, and then of course the gold kind of reminds me of the Olympic 7s, which Nike and Jordan, if y'all listening, we need the Olympics Now they dropping everything
Facts.
but the Olympics. I'm pretty sure we probably get the Bordeaux again before we get the Olympics. But
Yeah, man. And them trophy room sevens, might be a bit of a hot take, but that was better than the Jordan ones, man. And they didn't. They should have took off the same way that them Jordan ones did, but because of availability, you know how they go.
yeah,
It was plenty of those to go around, so nobody want them. But man, that's a solid pair right there.
I can't even. I usually keep my receipts, but I think I got them for under retail. I'm pretty sure, or right at retail.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I ain't mad at it. I don't have the trophy room ones, and honestly, I don't. I'd be all right if I don't never get them in my collection. But
Yeah.
I had to have the seven, so I might agree with you with it. I think this might be better than Air Jordan 1.
Yeah, man. I had them for a little bit before I had to let my collection go. I
Mhm.
love I think sevens aren't. I think sevens don't get a lot of love in general. I know I
Mhm.
typically don't necessarily go for them, but that pair right there, I love those. The Olympic sevens, and I love Bordeaux as well. Bordeaux are really dope.
What you got? You got
Yeah.
something against the sevens?
No, I don't have anything against sevens. It's I love sixes, and when it goes to the seven, it just I don't know. The seven just it don't hit for me. Oh, I also love the Bugs Bunny sevens. Bugs Bunny sevens, I'll do them all day
Hair
for sure,
sevens?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel about the Hair 2.0? The one with all the imitation of the bunny hair. Yeah.
They ain't bad, but I've never kind of I don't even I can't even say that I don't think I like shoes with pony hair on them. Like with the fake hair like that. I think it's
Mhm.
only one shoe that I am willing to do with the fake hair, and that's the Atmos Air Max 1. That's probably it.
I mean, that's not a bad one to be the only one. Um, I'm just more of how am I gonna keep this clean and how dirty is it gonna get? I ain't gonna say I'm not a
Mhm.
fan of it, but like suede, I do not like suede simply because it's just a hard material to maintain and keep clean. So unless it's like a super fire colorway, I stay away from suede. So
I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I think I stayed away from suede until I learned how to handle it. Like once I
mhm.
started learning the eraser game and the
Mhm.
brush, and then the
Yeah.
mink oil.
Mink
Mink
oil. Yep.
oil.
Mhm.
Game changer, y'all.
Yeah.
Get you some mink oil.
I put it on my my Kilroy nines. Make them little
Yeah.
get that vibrance in them again. But I know you say you got into sneakers. Well, you've been liking sneakers since 2016. Have you been doing photography longer than like your love for sneakers?
Yeah, a little bit. I used to kind of just shoot campus events when I was a campus activities director
Hmm.
at PV. So we had cannons that we used to film and shoot our
Hmm.
events with, and that's kind of when I really started piquing my interest into photography. The weirdest thing kind of got me interested. It was figuring out that whole golden ratio of a photo,
Hmm.
the shutter, aperture, and
Hmm.
all that. And it was just I'm seeing my homie shoot in a dark room, but when he get done with the photo, his photo ain't dark like mine. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what am I doing wrong? And so that kept piquing my interest. It kept piquing my interest, and I would sit up on YouTube trying to figure that out, staying long nights in the office trying to figure that out, and then
Hmm.
it was like, oh damn, my dad ended up having a camera. I borrowed his camera, shot,
Hmm.
just went around campus shooting people, and yeah, that's kind of when it started. Uh, Photo photography started for me in college, but I didn't really start taking pictures of my sneakers until I got them,
Yeah.
and that was just more of a shit. I just think it looked good. Like I was always seeing
Yeah.
pictures on Google Images of sneakers, and
Hmm.
so yeah. Yeah, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna start taking pictures of my shoes. I was taking pictures of my Yeezys. I think I posted not too long ago a picture that I took. It was a terrible
Hmm.
picture. Now that I look back on it, and I'm like I've grown and I've matured in
Hmm.
in the hobby. I'm like, dude, that was terrible. But it was humble beginnings. So my first set of pictures I put out was in 2017.
So does that play a part when you're? I know you talk about the shutter and the style, and how to pretty much lighten and create the photo. Does that play a part when you're looking at sneakers? Like, oh man, this would be a good pair to shoot, or like, is it just
Hmm.
off? Or is it just off the strength of like I got the pair, I'm going to shoot them?
Yeah, I've bought sneakers sometimes and not shot them just because some sneakers are just not photogenic.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be for me like the lighting doesn't hit the shoe a certain way that I like, or like I'll always put it down. I think I always try, and then I'll take the
Mm-hmm.
shot, and I'm just like, ugh, I don't know if I like that. But it's never been one of those things where, because I think a lot of people do this. It's never been a thing where it's like I'm buying. Me doing photography has never influenced me to like, I gotta get these sneakers to shoot them. Like if I don't
Mm-hmm.
like a sneaker, I'm just not gonna get it, and I'm not gonna go out of my way to get it either. Like to each his own. But me personally, like I'm not balling out or what I'm saying, assing out
Yeah.
just to get some sneakers,
Yeah.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
on my table that I don't like or that were just too much money. So yeah, it influences what I end up shooting and then posting, but it won't influence like a purchase per se. But
Yeah.
it gets me excited. Like if I'm already excited for the shoe, I'm definitely happy to get it in front of my lens. The only thing is it will suck is if I get it down there and it's like, these don't really look good photo wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Have
that's very rare. That's rare that happens.
Has there ever been a pair where you just like I know this may not be the most photogenic pair, but like this one is gonna go crazy if I take photos of it, or is if it doesn't fit you, you're like nah, I'm just moving on. I ain't taking no pictures of it.
Let me see. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. What pair did I shoot that I feel like wasn't photogenic? Oh, them. I shot those New Balances that Kif did for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did some Kif pairs for Easter, and that was more so on me. I just couldn't get like the lighting right because the colors are pastel. So once you
Mm-hmm.
turn the lights up too bright, depending on where you at, it kind of just starts to wash out the colors of the shoe, and you don't really get the real look of it.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I could easily probably revisit them now with knowing what I know.
Yeah.
What's another shoe that's not very photogenic? Um, it's hard for me to think. I can't figure. I know that was one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll probably circle back to me, but it's like I said, it's like it rarely happens where I'm just like, I took the pictures, but they don't really look that good. I'm not gonna post them.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I feel that. I mean, I feel like in my opinion, I feel like you kind of stepped away, and then when you came back, man, it was different. It was different. It's like you
Yeah,
rebranded yourself, man. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. This is different. I like this. And tell me more about that. What was the thought process of like coming back and trying something new and getting into it like that?
yeah. I had to step away, man. I was what I like to call a crash addict. I was big on crashing out on the net, man. And I didn't. On top of that, bro, I just man, I wasn't happy at
Yeah,
all,
nah, I
like with
feel
my
that.
life. Like I'll be honest and say, I used to be one of them damn haters that be on the timeline. I used to be a hater, bro. I used to be envious. I used to see people do things and be like, that's how I know how some people may feel. Like I see people do stuff and they be like, damn, bro, like I want to do that, like I want to get there. But
Yeah, yeah,
when you just sitting there miserable, bro, it's bad. I was dealing with a lot of pain, physically, mentally. Went and ended up having a breakup, and after that breakup, bro, I just was like, bro, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Took a step back. I was actually scared to leave because I knew in the back of my mind that the sentiment was gonna be, this nigga didn't love sneakers. He
yeah. Hmm.
he ain't a real sneakerhead. He quitting, da 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 da. But it was like, bro, I gotta go get my life together. So when I got my life together, lost 75 pounds. You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
you, man.
Man,
Congratulations on that.
appreciate it. Start doing better at work. Got employee of the month. I mean,
Hey,
just full circle. Like, I mean, once it came full circle, shit, bro. Like, I'm back in a relationship with my girlfriend. Like, we back
yeah,
together. We in a house together. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I do that shit several times over, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
get rid of my collection, and I encourage anybody. Like, I got rid of my collection to help me pay for that shit because therapy it ain't cheap. And so I was able to pay off my car, pay for therapy, and shit. I was like, my mentality was this sneaker shit gonna be here. But coming back in,
Yeah.
I definitely felt like I had a completely different outlook because I felt like originally I didn't really approach sneakers as this. I don't think I knew how to love sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear a pair of Travis Scotts to a concert because I'm afraid that they're gonna get messed up. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But more so it's like, nigga, like you you got Travis Scott's. Wear them to a Travis Scott concert, create a moment, create a
Yeah.
memory, bro. That's how you create connections and love to sneakers. And so it was
Hmm.
like, man, I didn't have my fingers set on what that passion was. And for a moment, like I questioned it. Like I was like, man, I think sneakers just like ruined my relationship. And it took like my therapist and like just like Mikey over at Index and T and them talking to me. They was just like, don't blame the sneakers, bro. We all been there. Like we all feel like, you know what I'm saying? You can't have this in your life if you got a lady, but bro, you gotta find
Hmm.
balance. You gotta find balance. And yeah, man, coming back, my whole outlook changed on sneakers and I actually enjoy it more than I did back then. And I never really feel like I need to like I'm pressured to like keep up. Like it's been a lot of shit that I just wanted and I ain't really got because hey, niggas be afraid to admit it, but niggas ain't got money like that, bro. I'm not a baller.
Hey, I
I ain't
ain't got
no
it.
look.
I ain't got
I
it.
I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't finna make you let you make me feel bad about not having it.
Yeah, nah. I mean, man, shout out to you. I don't think people talk about it enough. But like when you're making content, you're putting it out there, but also consuming content, like it's overly exhausting. Like
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're not in a place where you want to be, and you're seeing all these people, getting these wins. And I really don't feel like it's like I wouldn't consider it like jealousy or envy. It's more of just like you want to do good, you want to be great, you want to be the best at what you're doing. And it's just like
Facts.
I ain't mad that you won, you know what I'm saying? But like I want to win too. And I feel like yeah, that's the time when you do need a backup. I mean, same thing happens to me. I'm looking at content and I'm consuming it, and I'm looking at
Mm-hmm.
people doing these drops, doing these collabs, and creating legacies and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yo, I want to do that. We'll get there. We'll get
Yeah.
there. That's
And it'll come, bro. And I think I will say I have to give credit to Kari, man. Like in the beginning stages of my journey, bro. He really put his hand on my shoulder, bro, and what offered me like some great mentorship. So I'm forever grateful for him for that. And so like within all of that, like now I'm to the point where like I legit just create, and I want, like you said, I want to be successful in this. I
mm-hmm.
see what's possible. I see what's being done for others. I think it would
Mm-hmm.
be nice if it come my way, but now I have to operate in the mindset and know that that shit could never come. And at the end of the day, if it never come, do you
Yeah,
really want to keep doing
yeah.
this? Is this really what you want to do?
Hey, that's
And
real though.
and also like man, like the biggest conversation this year was seeding. Man, I had to put myself in the mindset of like, bro, you can't give up about none of that.
Yeah,
You
nah.
can't because like that type of stuff. I think a lot of people are consuming that. They seeing people get free this, free that, and
Mm-hmm.
it instantly turned into why me? What am I doing wrong? They start
Mm-hmm.
internalizing that, and I had to like step away from that, bro. Like that shit will eat you up for real, for real.
Yeah, nah. I mean, definitely seeding was you know, and that conversation
It
goes so
gets
many
exhausting
ways.
though, and
Yeah,
it go in a circle, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like the conversation goes so many ways. There's so many moving pieces to seating and how you get seated and what it means to be seated and what's the purpose of seating and and
Mm-hmm.
all I can say, man, is I was buying sneakers before I pressed record. Like I was doing this way before I got in front of the camera, way before I was doing a podcast, way before I was making content. And that's how I see it. So like if I don't get seated, I don't get seated. I'm gonna buy my pair. If I get seated, I love it. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying I don't want to get seated, but I've been doing this for so long and buying sneakers on my own. It's just like, you know, maybe that's
Yeah,
my pride, but maybe that's my pride though. And that,
yeah.
that's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's there's so many nuances to it, but I also been like looking at like, me doing the photographer thing. Like I
Hmm.
think a lot of people have or will try to build a lot of like unwarranted or like there's unsaid competition, I guess.
Hmm.
Like I've
Hmm.
actually had people go in my inbox, send me some stuff another photographer was doing. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
say who they are, but we've had the Twitter knows we got friction. And like they've kind of
Hmm.
like or I'll say that there was friction. I don't know if there's still friction on his side, but they hit me up and was like, this guy tried to steal your photos. This guy tried to steal that. I just was like, hey, bro, at the end of the day, as a photographer, as a creative, I respect his creativity. I respect his photography.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's dope. And when you think about it, I told him, I said, you got to understand that when something like this drops, everybody's
Yeah.
ideas are going to go to how do I
Hmm.
best make this shoe relate to, what I'm saying, my creative intention.
Yeah.
And like it was something around the undefeated fours. I said something about me want to do some stuff with shooting it with a tank and shooting
Dang.
military stuff. And
Yeah.
other people started doing it. And I was just like, yeah, bro, I voiced it, but of course everybody's gonna want to do it. And Ferrari 14s come out. If you can find a
Get a
Ferrari
Ferrari.
14, people
Get a
gonna
Ferrari.
people gonna shoot on a Ferrari 14, bro. You'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I look at us as all like starving artists, bro. We all on
Hmm.
this corner doing our
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Like our pages ain't nothing but people stopping by. Some people stay, love what you do.
Hmm.
Some people go. Some people tap that like button and move on, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
And I think we all kind of want that to be a little bit more, but at the end of the day, that's all it is, bro. We just starving artists. And
Yeah.
that's you just gotta chalk it up to that, bro. Just let
Yeah.
the love lead you and have fun.
I mean, but there's enough for everybody to eat. Even though we starving, I feel like there's definitely enough for everybody to eat. Um,
That too.
I I mean, you seen I posted some photos and I've been playing around with it. Not something like I think I'm gonna like really get into and add in the props and all this stuff like you be doing. Like it's not what I want to do. But I will say it was some drawbacks. 'Cause I was kind of like, if I post these and people gonna be like, well, oh, now he's using the camera. Now he's taking pictures, and then you get the subtweets of, oh, everybody want to use a
Mm-hmm.
camera now. Everybody want to get a mic. Everybody want to do
Everybody
this.
pictures started to look the same. It's like, man,
Uh,
shut up, dog. Like it's enough room for all of us to exist and do these things, bro. I
hmm.
think the where it comes in is like everybody want to pick they favorite people that they feel like they got to support. It's like, bro, you can support, you can show love to engage with what you like, bro. And if a good photo is a good photo, it shouldn't matter who the fuck it came from,
Yeah, it's a good.
regardless.
It's just a good photo.
Yeah, a good photo is gonna always be a good photo. And it took me a while to get to the point to where, I mean, people told me that I take good photography for years, and I'm a very humble person. I
Yeah.
do my best to show humility, um, and that's just who I am. And I
Yeah.
try to just I downplay it more so just because I never want shit to get to my head.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it took me a long
Hmm.
time before I started believing that my photography is good, and I'm cool with just letting it be that. If anybody says it's anything else other than that, that's for them to say. But I firmly now am confident in myself and believe now and feel that I shoot good photography, and so yeah.
Nah, man, you like I said, man, you be killing it. Once you took your break and you came back, and I started seeing you post a picture, and I seen you add more and more, and you started getting your own type of language. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's Craig. Let me see what he doing there. And then I start seeing you doing the letters. Me, I haven't seen anybody else do it, so that's why I always give you the love. I'm like, if I this is his thing, if someone ever asks me, I'm gonna say it's your thing. Just like when I put it on my picture, I'm like, hey, my inspiration, I got it for you because I thought it was pretty dope, adding the letters, and it was unique, man. I feel like there's so many people that are taking pictures that you do got to do a little something different. You got to add, you got to get some type of photography language that's yours. And, I didn't really see anybody playing with the backgrounds and doing the two tones and putting the letter in and the logos. And I was like, that's
Yeah,
a nice
because
way.
originally it was just like everybody was kind of like doing the laces thing, and
Mhm.
I had even expressed to AD. AD was always cool with it, and
Yeah,
AD
yeah.
was just like, "Yeah, man, like if you want to do it, bro, do it." Like he said, "I don't care, man. It's like we're all here to inspire each other. It's cool." And I was just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, but I it's." I knew, and I always know in the back of my mind that if I do anything with them damn laces, bro, if I squiggle them a little bit, bro, niggas gonna be like, he biting AD, he taking AD shit, and then it
Yeah,
just
you ain't lying.
tumbles and spirals from there. So, for me, I was just like, bro, how do I set myself apart? Like, how do I start to create my own? Like, how do I create my own look? And it was just like I love movies, and I've always wanted to be in movies. Like to this day,
Hmm.
I still want to do movies. So I was like, man, I love the way movie posters look. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like the action star in the front and the words is
Hmm.
on the back, and it's like this dynamic look. And I was just like,
Hmm.
nigga, my shoes is the star. I'm about to make movie posters with you. Like I'm about to do. I want my shit to look brand campaign. Like I want my shit to look like if you went
Yeah.
to a store, you gonna see that when you walk into the store. Like that's gonna be something that you see. And so,
Hmm.
that's how I got the idea to do it. And then, yeah, uh, I've been seeing others, tap into it too, and that makes me feel good because it's just kind of like, oh, I did something kind of cool. And anytime I feel like I can provide something new or add some value, and other people like kind of like reaffirming, like, hell yeah, this shit dope. I want to try it too. I think that that's a
Hmm.
good thing. A lot of people look at it as, oh, it's just this nigga biting me.
Hmm.
Here we go, and then
Yeah.
don't let it be they biting you, and then they take off with some shit. It's gonna really go down. Which to a point, I think I can understand that. Like, damn man,
Yeah.
I started this barbecue. This was what I get, you know. But
Yeah. Nah, I feel it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you feel like you say there you see other people are kind of starting to do that and doing some of the things that you do? Do you feel like there's any pressure to kind of go back to the drawing board and all right, now I have to throw something else out. I gotta add something else to my photos to kind of separate myself again. Because if one person doing it, eventually, more people are gonna, and it's just gonna be like the laces. It's just
Yeah,
everybody
right.
curving laces and stuff.
I mean, my mind is always moving on
Hmm.
to trying to figure out what could be cool, what could be possible to do next. Someone beat me to it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, there's a guy who climbs these towers and he
I
takes
know
a
it's.
drone. And
Hmm.
yeah, like
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't gonna climb no tower, but I was like, bro, how can I take drone footage and make that like do something crazy with that? And before I
Hmm.
knew it was a dude popping up. He was
Yeah.
climbing these towers, hitting drone footage with his shoes. He wasn't doing
Yeah.
photography, but I've been trying to. I'm always like my mind's always spinning on how to like make stuff look different because not even necessarily because I feel like other people are gonna start doing it, but there is only so many ways you could take a picture of a shoe.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's that's another thing too. I never understood why people are like, oh yeah, he's still in such and such style. It's like, man, bro, either I'm gonna swirl these laces, lay them flat, or I'm gonna tuck them motherfuckers in. And guess what? When I take this picture, the picture is gonna look exactly like a lot of other people's pictures. If we're being honest, I mean, there are some things that you can do to kind of like set yourself apart in so many ways. And so, like I said, I feel like I found mine for right now, but you know, I'm here to inspire, bro. If people hop on and people kind of even find a way to do it better and show me some shit, I'm cool with that.
What when you're creating your content, what makes a sneaker post worthy? Like, what does it have to have for like, all right, we're good to go, I can post this one?
So I know we talked about the photogenic thing. Like the pictures gotta like once I get them under that light, the pictures gotta just pop on their own. Like contrast gotta be right. I will say there are times when do people really care to see this sneaker kind of bounces in, but then that just gets folded over and bounced back with. Now who gives a fuck, bro? Do you like these shoes? Did you enjoy these shots? Okay, cool. If you enjoyed these shots, it don't fucking matter. And if, believe it or not, I've shot some shit that I don't think was that dope. I didn't think it was that dope, and then it take off, and I'd be like, oh, so y'all like that shit? Okay, well, appreciate you. Know,
yeah.
But it's let me see. I'm trying to think what other things would consider whether or not if I take. For one, like I said, if I feel like I just took some bad photos, I just won't. I probably like post them on the story. Like a lot of times you'll see shoes hit my story, but they won't hit my main page. Like those and those pictures I did wasn't bad. I did some Off-White 5s last night and some Bread 1s, and they're not bad, but it's just like I didn't do nothing crazy, so they just kind of like hit the story.
Yeah, I feel that. Has there ever been a time where you to get all the way to like you're setting it up, taking the pictures, you're editing, and then you're like, you know what, I don't like these, and they didn't make the story, they didn't make no post or anything?
What was it? It was something that I think I did. Let me look. I'm trying to look at to refresh my memory. Damn, what was those shoes? I think I tried shooting some man, what? Oh, I tried shooting some Air Maxes. I tried shooting some Air Max 1s. And at the time I didn't have like the proper lighting setup. They were black, gray, and white. It was kind of boring. And I was wanting to. There was a look that I was going for, and it just wasn't working out. And I just quit. It was just a basic pair of Air Max 1s, though. This is some Air Max 1s that you can just like some essential shit. It was black, gray, and white, and they were suede. Yeah, I tried to do those, and it was just like, yeah, this ain't like hidden. It ain't hidden for me. I just didn't post them. What do you call those? The Union ones, the Beppy Union ones, the basket joints. Yeah. I don't know. I was so excited to just really give those a real shot. And when I got them, like the on foot shots looked cool, but then like putting them on the ground and trying to take pictures of them.
No, what happened?
Nah, it just nah, not those. Let me see. I think that's about it though. You know, for now, I think that I can think of. I mean, I had a whole hard drive of stuff that I had never posted, and I accidentally wiped that shit away. So it's like I haven't gone through and seen some of my stuff in a while, so it's hard for me to remember exactly everything. But yeah, there's some things that won't make it to the post, and it's really just sometimes if I felt like I did good on them
Hmm.
enough or not, if I just didn't like them, then I probably just didn't toss them up.
So I mean, we've talked about the struggles, and I guess the dark side of sneakers, and you know what it is, the dark side of like creating content. What's something within the sneaker community that you would love to see change?
If I'm gonna be 100% honest, bro, it was something that I felt like I was trying to make my whole entire mission, and then that shit just didn't do nothing but throw me in the mix.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of uh there's a lot of sides that are to sneaker Twitter. I won't get too much into it, but like,
Yeah.
man, it's just a whole lot of he don't fuck with him, she don't like her, and I hate to say it, but most of it is it's a lot of us that's African American. You
Yeah.
know, I hate to put it that way, but you know what I'm saying? Like it do end up being it looks just like that. You know, something
Hmm.
that I wish would change would be like I wish that there was like some sort of form of like kumbaya that could just
Hmm.
happen. And like, bro, like we could just start off on this clean slate and you know, it just seemed like that's just so far from being possible. That's one thing that I wish could change. Just a lot of the animosity that people have towards each other. You know, is like I said, it's a lot of room for us to all climb and lift as we climb. But it's
Hmm.
kind of hard for that to happen because everybody's jaded in their own ways about something. And, you know, these days I do my best to just not even pry and try to become I used to try to be the peacemaker. I wanted to be the, no, can you guys sit down and talk? You know, let me get in your DMs. Hey man, you know, I think he's such a nice guy. I think you should really talk to him. You know, just I gave up, bro. I quit.
Yeah. Nah, I
And the
feel
more
it.
I did that, I felt like it more so made me a target. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, uh, like one of the biggest things, like people know I'm cool with Kari. People know
Yeah.
I rock with Kari, and that's my dog, bro. But you know, and it got to a point to where it became like my, I could tell was being weird towards me because I was cool with him,
Mm.
and so
Yeah.
I would inherit that shit, and then I became a part of whatever it was that was going on. And like I said, that's one thing I wish would change, bro. I just wish people would kind of like just be cool. I see that it won't. It's gonna be hard to happen because it's at the end of the day, it's money involved in all this sneaker creator. And so when once people start feeling like they money then got up, or you know, people start feeling like such and such is in a way of a bag, is yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a never ending cycle. And it's like people be like, man, y'all doing this shit over shoes, and they be like, nah, for some people it don't be the shoes, it be the disrespect. Matter of fact, just yesterday, we saw some real disrespect for shit on the timeline. I ain't gonna get into it, but it was some disrespect for shit that went down on the timeline. And outside of disrespect, a lot of these people don't be saying it, but it's a lot of money that be on the table that's involved, man. People
Yeah.
be doing things, doing little snarky things to get people out the opportunities and stuff. And so that's why you'll never really get people just being like, oh man, it's water under the bridge. It's like, nigga, it wouldn't
Yeah.
be water under the bridge if somebody cut you off from a campaign that could have got you
Hmm.
5, 10 bands in your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Nah.
yeah.
Nah. I mean,
That's a little bit of that is assumption. But yeah, I just feel like, yeah, man, I wish that's one thing I wish I could change, or I wish would change. Just a lot of the animosity, the drama.
yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say, everyone has to be cool because, everyone's not going to be cool. You're going to disagree. You're going to, dislike each other. But I feel
absolutely.
like we're adults. Everyone that we speak of or is in that circle is somewhat of an adult. So I feel like we should be able to conduct ourselves as adults. And some of the interactions I see on Twitter, I'm just like, there's no way in real life you're conducting yourself that way. And I'm not saying that these people are scary. I'm not saying these people are not about it. It's more of like if you're in a restaurant and someone did this, you went and take it that far of saying you this and you that, and it's kind of like I don't got time for that, bro. I'm trying to get to
You
work. I'm
wouldn't.
trying to do, I'm trying to get to work. I'm trying to do this, or you might be like, maybe that person having a hard day. Like it would be so many other ways around it rather than it getting to the point that some of these conversations I've seen get to. Like I'm just like, there's no way. And then I think back, I'm like, these people are married, have kids, girlfriends, boyfriend, and you meant to tell me you get offline and you have these conversations, and it's just like you said that to a woman, and you have a daughter, you have a wife, you have a mother, you have a sister, and you meant to tell me you wouldn't take it personal if that was said about you, or like that's not the first thing you would say to another man if you seen him out in the
Yeah.
street, like, oh, your mom this, your sister that, your aunt that. Like you wouldn't say that. It would just be like you might give him a look, or you might mumble something. You may say something, but it wouldn't escalate
It
that.
wouldn't get to the point to where people take it.
Yeah, yeah,
At least not online. And I've even
yeah.
had to tell myself that, like, say, bro, like I've even had to hold myself accountable. Like,
Mhm.
hey, bro, don't say nothing to nobody that you wouldn't say to
Say it.
somebody's face in real life. And I have had,
Yeah.
I got to sit there in deep thought and accent, like, damn, what would I tell him about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was right here. I'd probably say shut your bitch ass up. So I could say that. Like,
Yeah.
but I ain't gonna go no further than that. I mean, I could
Yeah,
say
nah.
that. I could say, what else could I say? You ugly. Yeah, I could say that.
Yeah.
I would say that. But some people be taking it, talking about people's families, talking about people's like
Crazy.
talking about people's families and shit. And I just be like, man, bro.
Crazy.
And the thing is, the problem is, somebody said it before, bro. People ain't never just been hitting their mouth. I've been hitting my mouth, not because I was running it, but you know what I'm saying. I've been hit in the face, so I know what that feels like. Nonetheless, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people ain't never been hit in the face before, and they ain't got that fear of like, oh, I may actually see this person. We talk about all the time, man. You may actually see this person one day, bro, and depending on how they feel, you're gonna have to answer for that. And
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Being slugged in the face don't feel good.
Nah.
Don't. In case y'all need to know, it don't feel good. So
Yeah, nah.
unless you want to find out, because man, I've heard of some people, you know what I'm saying, ready to do some bad things to people over this stuff. And like Fee said, man, somebody gonna end up getting over this one day. I God forbid, but people be doing too much.
I really hope it doesn't get that far. And when I first hopped on Twitter, I kind of came in with the mentality of like, oh, I'll go back and forth. I'm ready to go back and forth. And then I noticed quickly, like the back and forth turns personal, like real quick. Like we're not long. We're going debating about the best silhouette or sneaker of the year, and all of a sudden, work ethic is put in it, or family members are put in it, or it's just overall insults. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, now I gotta step back. So whenever I feel like a conversation is just becoming personal, I'm like, there's nothing.
Step back, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing else in this conversation for me. It's not a productive conversation, so I'm gonna step back, just like I would in real life, man. I mean, I got kids, I got family, I got a job to lose, I got stuff to lose. You know, I got mortgages to pay, stuff like that. So if I'm in a position, I'm not gonna let you trick me out of it. So you would have to put your hands on me for me to react. All that mumble jumble, man, I'm finna get my food, I'm finna get out. Or I'm finna pump my gas, I'm finna get in my car. You know, like that's how I see it when you know, I'm having these conversations on Twitter and it goes left and I see all this and I'm like, you know what? That just lets me know you still got some growing to do, and that's fine. Hopefully you get there. But I'm on a mission, and arguing is not one of them. That's not part of that's not part of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I would love to see that change too. And just to speak on, like you said, we ain't gonna get too far into it, but I will say another thing I want to see change is I see these people that champion other people's and give them love and shout them out, and then as soon as these people are put into these predicaments where people are kind of piling on them, or I don't see those people coming, and like showing love. Like this person shouts you out and supports you all the time, and you constantly under their posts when they're doing this and that. And as soon as like stuff hit the fan, it's kind of like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna let this one slide. And I feel like most of the time, like we spoke, it's about the campaigns. It's about the oh, I don't want this person mad at me, so I can't really
People
say
don't want to lose
nothing.
privilege.
Yeah, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to miss that seat, and I don't want to miss that. So I gotta be cool with this person, to be cool with that person, to be, And there's been times I spoke on things, and I didn't really pick a side. I just really put what I believe, like my beliefs and my morals, and what I stand on. Like that's not
Absolutely.
cool. That's not cool. I'm not saying this because I'm cool with this person. I'm just saying in general. You talking to someone like that is crazy. You saying this about this person is crazy. It's not like, oh, I'm cool with this person, so I'm coming to, fight for their honor and stuff. Like, nah, if that person's wrong, I tell them. I mean, there's plenty of times of people I'm cool with. I'm like, yeah, you could have left that out, bro. You shouldn't have said that, or man, let it go. Kill it. They just let it die down. If they decide to keep going, that's them. But right is right and wrong is wrong all day long.
Yeah. People be afraid to lose privilege, man. They won't step up when they see something wrong because they don't want to seem like they don't want to seem like they're part of the drama in sneaker Twitter.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of interesting. At the end of the day, it seems like from what I've been told, they not really looking for people in sneaker Twitter anyway. I'm assuming that is still the case, but nonetheless, it's more so like I think it's interesting, for them to be afraid of losing that privilege, because it's just kind of like, man, that's like, what are you gonna stand up for, bro? Like, it's stand for something, or I don't know what the other part of that quote is, but I just know you're supposed to stand for something.
Stand for something, or you'll fall for anything.
Yeah, stand for something, fall for anything. There you go, bro. I love the other half of that quote, but I just go, bro, stand up. And
nah, heavy on that stand up.
I get into an extent like people don't want to like lose privilege, and I can see where sometimes that could be like the case, but man, some things you gotta kind of like really just be like, hey man, hell no, we not doing this. Like I said, what I saw yesterday, I don't give who felt the way about it. I was just like, bro, you not finna tell somebody's mom, somebody's deceased relative to your thing. Like that is absurd, disgusting, wild.
It's crazy.
He could that dude could have said that dude said that to, that dude could have said that to people that I know hate my guts on that app. I would have still been like, say, bro, you didn't have to say that to her like that. You didn't have to say that to him like that. You didn't have to do you don't have to do that. This shit is not cool. Like, this is what we don't need around here. Regardless of how I feel about anybody, wrong, like you said, wrong is just fucking wrong. And I guess that kind of just ties into like, man, I just wish we could all just do better. Like, I just feel like more so there were people who was happy to see that shit. Like, off the top of my head, I can already know who was probably like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I goodness, like, it's people that have, you know what I'm saying, like that have these issues that are so benign, and they would not speak up when some shit like that goes down. And yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I wish that could change. One thing, I guess one other thing that I wish would change too in sneaker Twitter, I wish that I kind of wish there wasn't like this. I feel like there is this dynamic that exists where people feel like only certain people have this authority to speak, unless you are unless you are someone specifically in that space, you don't really have like a voice. It seemed like, because there's a lot of people that say a lot of things that make sense. There's a lot of people who say a lot of thought-provoking things, but without, it seems like people have like, oh yeah, I don't know, there are no sneaker leaders, but have also at the same time chosen leaders. They're just like more so unsaid,
Yeah.
and it kind of just be like, man, you'll have something to say, you'll have like some value to add to a conversation, or somebody will have value to add to a conversation, but ain't nobody trying to hear it because there ain't nobody, and they don't have 30,000, 20,000, 10,000 followers. So it's kind of like, I mean, I guess that's just how society works, I guess. But
Yeah, it's life. It's life.
yeah,
That's a little more. I ain't gonna say nah, but yeah, it's life, and hopefully, things get better. I mean, I can't control what anybody else does, but I can control, what I do, and what the message that I try to send through this podcast or whatever. So when I'm speaking on these social media platforms, I try to, one, I'm not gonna say nothing I wouldn't say in person. I'm not gonna conduct myself like I wouldn't in person. Hopefully, it will get better. All we can do is continue to work towards it.
man, I just kind of want to dig back on some shit that just happened through like earlier in the year that I just thought was crazy. Like just that just kind of happened, man. I haven't told anybody about with the Awake 5 situation. I haven't talked to anybody or told anybody this story except for one person I told the other day. But man, I got to talk to that girl from that did the scamming. She called me up, bro, and she hit me up, had me call her, gave me her number, and we chopped it up. And all this shit is going on, mind you. I'm on this side of trying to see the best in people, trying to be this good person. I want to see people get their bread back, because at this time, like right now, I feel like more so people are just more so like pointing fingers where they don't need to be pointed, and not necessarily trying to figure out solutions. And she's mad. I reach out to her. She reaches out to me because she's wanting to know, like, she's inquiring, like, why do you care so much? Like, I want to know, what does this have to do with you? Like, why does it seem like, I was like, what? I was like, I didn't get scammed. I was like, the thing is, I didn't get scammed, but I know some people that are really cool in this community. They lost money, right? And like I told you in the, she came to the spaces. I told you in the spaces, hey, I told her in the spaces that no one wants to call you a scammer. Like, she was upset that people were calling her a scammer and people was calling out her name. I was like, no one wants to say these mean things to you. No one wants to call you these things. No one wants to label you a scammer, but you become these things once you don't give people their money back. And so we on this phone, we talking. And like I said, Crash, one of the users on Twitter, her name is Crash, right? She reached out to me. I felt hella bad that she had got her money gypped.
Yeah.
And I asked the lady, I said, hey, you know what I'm saying? I got this person, she got kids and stuff, bro. She got life. You know what I'm saying? Could you possibly consider giving one person their money back? She was like, no. She told me no. I said, just one? Like, she said, I'm not doing it. Like, she explained to me like this whole thing. She explained the whole situation, how it happened, how the Awake 5 shit happened.
So, but what was her reasoning for not giving the money back?
Her reasoning was just as simple as that. Her reasoning originally was as simple as, I'm just not going through all this, which that's what I was going to get to. This was the moral of the story that I was going to get ready to get to. When it all boiled down to it, you know what this lady told me, dog? She not. She told me that whole situation was ordained by God. She said, that she had a business trip or some sort of like business move that she was trying to make, and that she needed $6,000 to $7,000, $8,000 to get this shit done. She was like, I needed that to happen. I was just asking God, where, like, how am I gonna get this done? Like, how am I gonna do this? And then, boom, this just fell out of the sky. It just fell in my lap, and I was just like, he said, God told you to do this shit.
That's nasty work, though, buddy.
After
That's
that,
nasty.
I got on Twitter. And I was just like, yeah, y'all, she a bad person. Get her out of here. She blocked the shit out of me. And I was just like, I don't care, bro. I was like, I won't even say she a bad person. No, fuck that. That's some terrible shit.
I was gonna say,
I
hate to see what you call a bad person. Because if that's not,
no, I ain't about to sugarcoat that. That was nasty, dog. And she did that. Yeah. I kind of ain't never told nobody that story, but like I wanted to like double back and kind of speak on that. Like I got to talk to that girl on the phone. She said that God told her to do that shit.
Nah, that's crazy. That
Yeah.
Initially, like I never really got the full story, what happened, and I know some people co-signed for her, and that was the issue, and that was the issue there, and a thief is a thief, wrong is wrong, simple as that. I mean, there's no way around that. You know how they did it, using religious beliefs or dreams or whatever you stole from somebody, you know.
Yeah.
And that overall, again, it's not cool. In real life, that wouldn't be cool. You're not gonna take up money at your job and then come to work without the product and like, oh yeah, guys, not getting it back. You know, like, I mean, you might do that, but in real life, that scenario is not gonna play out well. Because I mean, there's people, you know, people work hard for their money. That might be they, you know, like, I need $80, $100 right now, and you telling me I could possibly get it back, and you're not gonna give it to me, you know. So that situation in itself was crazy, and I don't really want to speak much on it because I don't know what exactly was the cosign and how it was said. But we all have had friends or people that we knew and thought they were the greatest, and they wasn't. That is life. If
you don't know these people, man.
I mean, people.
You think you know a person
until they show you different. Until they show you different.
Switch, and then it just be like, I didn't see that shit coming at all.
Exactly. And you know, you ride or die with this person, like, oh man, you're not that's my homie, blah blah blah, and then I'll throw some shade. I'm not even gonna do that. But you know, one day your homie just not your homie anymore. But you know that's crazy. That's crazy.
She said that shit was God ordained, bro. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I was like, I got on Twitter like, yeah, y'all, this is crazy. Don't. Let's drop this. Let's just leave it alone, bro. It ain't gonna happen. I was really mad because I really thought that I was getting somewhere. I thought that I was like I was kind of like making some headway, and she was just like, yeah, nigga, she made me feel like that whole phone call was just like a waste of time. I was like, so what did you want to talk to me about? I thought you probably was considering like having me help you get people their money back. She was like,
nah, it ain't happening, bro.
Nah.
Yeah. As we get to the end of the episode, man, what is next for Craig? What's next? What we got in the works?
Something nice for sure.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. You know, cliffhanger. Something nice. I'll let you figure that out.
Okay.
And then you know, something nice is coming. And then you know, I got the opportunity to work with SneakerCon this year. I guess we could have talked about that.
How was that?
SneakerCon was cool, bro. SneakerCon was cool. You know, it was my first time ever being paid as a creator. That was my first time ever just doing something that put money in my pocket.
Okay. They giving out
Got to
checks.
fly to I got to fly to LA, and then after I flew to LA, they had me come back to the Bay. They had me go to Minneapolis. They tried to get me to go to Hawaii, but the flights, like there was issues with the flights. But yeah, man, it was a good experience. I will say SneakerCon and the people that work at SneakerCon, from what I could see and from what I felt, were good people. There's some things about SneakerCon that if I could change, I would. Um, like the swap meet aspect of it was kind of, it was a bit jarring just because there, and even like I got to walk through the Bay at the Bay one. I got to walk with J Tips, and we were both saying the same thing. Like, man, you used to go, like he said, you used to go to these things and people had their collections up, and it was like everybody had different things, but everybody was there selling the same stuff. And my job as a content creator for them was to kind of go and try to find interesting things. But it would only be like 4 or 5 tables who had things that were like really interesting, because they wanted me on for the curiosity that I had for sneakers. And yeah, it was kind of hard to kind of like find things that people would find new information out about. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they ain't never seen these before. I don't know what the hell these are, so I'm gonna go and look and see what they are.
Yeah.
But I wish they kind of like made it more of an experience, kind of like how you hear about Complex Con being like an experience. But I can also see why like that would be that would be probably a bit much. But for the most part, I enjoyed my experience, man. I was hoping to go back, but they did just hire a content. They hired a social media personnel now, so that person does the recording, the editing, and the posting on the page now. Versus where they kind of was just like hiring me as a contractor to kind of just shoot the film.
Yeah.
I shot all the film, send it to them. So you guys should go on their page now and see some stuff that I shot. And it's like it's on their page. People, rock with it or whatever. But I probably won't be able to do it again now that they have that position they have a position filled as a social media person now that does all that. So it was cool. I got to see, like I said, how it works. Like, first of all, I didn't know what the fuck net 0 or net 30 was until I did that. And I don't ever want to do a net 30 again. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That is for the birds. That sucks. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see how people are making a living doing content full time. Like, that is crazy. Like, waiting almost nearly a month, maybe even a little bit more than that sometimes for you to get paid for something that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, that was pretty cool. I got a basis for, I guess, what I feel like I would charge somebody now, like a going rate if a brand reached out and they wanted to pay me to do some stuff. Yeah. Got a solid little start. Shout out to you, me. That was he was the guy who brought me in and worked with me. But yeah, good people, man, good dude. I was kind of scared at first, because that whole thing that they did last year with that Trump shit, I felt like I had to hit up Trayvon, man. I thought people was gonna feel like I was a sellout for doing work with him, but like Trey was like, man, these niggas selling out in private, bro. You better go get your bag, man. And I was just like, you know what? Good point. I gotta stop caring about what other people gonna think. I think that's something that's next to me too. Like, I just want to keep working on that, bro. That's what's next to me. Just keep doing what I'm doing, keep going, and just keep my head down and just keep doing the work and not giving a fuck about what these people think or say, because you're not gonna please everybody, and that's just that. It's you'll burn yourself out trying, bro. You just not. There's gonna be people that don't like you for nothing. You ain't do nothing. You ain't say nothing to them. They just don't rock with you, and that just is what it is.
Yeah, life goes on.
But stay true to you. You just gotta stay true to you. Be you.
That's the main thing.
Do what you're gonna do. Say what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do. Say what you want to say, bro. within context and within reason. And yeah,
I like that.
hoping to get married to my lady next year. That's something else I'm
Hey,
looking
shout
forward
out.
to. I want.
Congratulations.
I mean, I haven't bought any rings yet, but I have the mindset like that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to do that, and like I said, creative wise, I'm hoping to get outside and do
Yeah,
some
yeah.
more, tapping in with people, and opportunities come my way, cool. If they don't, cool. We just here for the ride, bro.
I like it, man. I like it. So let's get into the showcase shoe. What you got? What you got for us? What you got for the Soul Brothers podcast?
A lot of people not gonna like seeing this shoe.
Sorry.
I don't give. The bricks
I ain't mad at
right
it.
here. This was like the first like major W that I got this year. So like I said, I came back to sneakers this year. And so this was like my first major dub. But on top of that, it was just kind of like, I don't know, from the time that I got this shoe, the whole story about this being like brick by brick, you know what I'm saying? Like everything's a brick, like everything is building that foundation, bro. Like when I tell you from losing my job, because I don't, Twitter called my job. I don't know who the fuck, did it. I have an idea of the one person that did it. But
whoa, wait.
You didn't know about that?
Nah, somebody called your job?
Yeah, bro. Somebody called my job. I jumped out the window for Marcus Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I was on the internet defending him, you know what I'm saying? Because he was going through that drug thing and it was Black History Month. And in my mind, I was like, I just don't like the idea of this black man on the news, his face everywhere, and people making T-shirts and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was making T-shirts of him and shit. And it's Black History Month. I'm just like, bro, this is supposed to be like Black enlightenment. And we sitting here like flashing him around, you know what I'm saying? Like just making the situation look worse than it already is. And it's like, in my mind, like, bro, he could be suffering from addiction. He could be an addict. He may not be, but he could also be too. And we got people in sneaker Twitter who collect sneakers because, you know what I'm saying, them niggas addict, they're recovering addicts. And so I was just like making that aware, telling people to be mindful about that. You know what I'm saying? It started off originally with just me and Nick having a back and forth. And then, this chick jumped in and she got into the mix. Me and her had a back and forth, and really, it was really innocent. I personally was trying to keep it respectful. I didn't know the lady. And matter of fact, that's the thing. I called her lady. I was like, I said, you have a nice 2 day. I said, you have a nice day, lady. She goes, oh, you call me lady and you supposed to be working for you work with kids and da. You called me a lady. I was like, but I didn't do that. I could have called you a lot of things, but I was being respectful when I said that. Like, I called my girl lady. You know what I'm saying? I think man, lady is. She tried to spin this narrative, and then from there, you know what I'm saying? Like she said some shit about like, oh hey, you need to do something with yourself, do something with your life instead of be trying to be on here, you know what I'm saying, protecting Marcus Jordan. And my stupid ass, you know what I'm saying, being the petty that I am, I was like, let me take this picture of me while I'm at work. And the kids are off in the background. Their faces aren't showing. Showing nothing. You don't know who the kids are. I'm just showing that I'm outside actually enjoying my life, enjoying my job, and I'm loving what I'm doing, and I'm working with the kids. And so I took that picture. I said, I'm actually outside doing after school programming right now, but what the fuck are you doing with your life? And she was just like, okay, basically like, you got me. All right, cool. You're not no loser in the basement. And then that was the end of the conversation pretty much. Like I said, bro, next day, 2 days later go by, I get pulled into the office. They telling me, oh, you know what I'm saying? Somebody done sent an email or called the school that I was cited at, because I didn't work for the school district. I was cited. I worked for an organization called. I worked for an organization called here. They're a black-owned organization.
Mhm.
Working for them, and the school got the shit. School low key when I talked to the district and them got it. District didn't really give a fuck. They were just like, we don't really care, but we gotta pass this to your actual employers. Let them figure it out. My actual employer is the one who blew shit out of proportion. Blew out of proportion. Had me, you know what I'm saying, come in and was showing me the stuff that I was tweeting or whatever, and was like, why did you post a picture you working at your job, blah blah blah. Sent me on suspension. Then told me the investigation was over. They'll bring me back. Yeah, they told me they'll bring me back. But I had to take a week paid, a week off. I had taken a week off paid so that for me to keep my job, I need to take a week off unpaid. And that would be the deal for me to come back. I do that. I come back, they tell me, now we gotta let you go because we saw that you tweeted about the situation. And so I'm like, all right.
Like it was tweeted like as it was ongoing?
Like, because they told me not to talk about it with anyone. They said, don't talk about the situation with anyone. Like, and this was before the investigation got concluded. So the investigation got concluded. They said, hey, you know what I'm saying? They don't sweep it under the rug or whatever, but this is the deal. You got to take a week off unpaid and then you can come back. So the investigation is concluded. I get to, you know what I'm saying? I get on Twitter. I let people know, hey, somebody called my job. I don't think that shit was cool. Y'all tried to get me fired, but it didn't work. You know, I get back to work. They like, well, we saw you tweet and tell people that we didn't fire you, so now we gotta let you go. I was like, man, this is some dumbass. I was like, oh, I was mad at myself. I was mad at them, bro. It was just a bad situation. But yeah, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, naming 3 people. I ended up naming 3 people that I felt like was involved in it. And I shouldn't have done that. There was only one person that I really knew or felt like did it. And I should have just kept it right there. The only thing about that whole situation, though, I'm just like, okay, first of all, I'm wrong for mentioning any of their names. I don't have the proof. I'm wrong for mentioning any of their names, but like, you trying to tell me that, you know, because I said 2 people that y'all really, really like, that changes like the whole entire situation. And that's when I kind of got like a little blacklisted in the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? I kind of, you know, fell from grace a little bit. People wouldn't really fuck with my content. People was mad. Sorry, we got way off track. My showcase shoe, brick by bricks. All right, so here's my showcase shoe. Like I said, coming back to sneakers, my bricks by bricks was the first shoe major deal that I got, and since then, it really, my life from, like I said, from losing my job to getting back into sneakers, doing my content, everything has just been really brick by brick. And it's just been nothing but leveling up, success, growth, learning, good, bad, taking credits for your wins and your losses. And that's what this shoe means to me. And so I hold this shoe very close. It will not leave my collection. Like I said, this was the first major dub that I got coming back into sneakers. And brick by bricks, man, this is my showcase shoe.
I don't have them. I would love to have them. Working towards it. I'm not paying $600-700 for them. So maybe when the hype dies down a little bit, we get another all red shoe, or you know, Nigel drops something else that's hot and prices stop dropping, then I'll grab them. But for right now, it's just one of those. I'll spin a block and get them. That's it. That's
prices are going down on them, so that's good. Even with them getting that sneaker of the year nomination with Complex, you know, it's a good shoe though, man. You know, I can definitely see Jellyfish sliding into that number 1 spot though. I can see it, bro. What? You said what's it?
Nah.
He said 2. He got him on 2.
I'm cool on Jellyfish. I'm cool on them.
Man, what?
I'm cool
man,
on.
They solid, dog.
I mean, it's not a bad shoe, but putting them as Nah. Top shoes, sneaker of the year type deal stuff. Nah. Nah. Don't even. There's no. Well, now the packaging, that special box they had with like with coming in the jellyfish. Yeah, that was dope, and the crate and all that was dope. But yeah, I still wouldn't give it sneaker of the year. Definitely.
Respect that.
Definitely in the conversation. I ain't gonna do them like that. They definitely in the conversation. Yeah. But my showcase is. Oh, we got the West Side Gun Saucony collaboration, Pro Grid Triumph 4. As y'all can see, haven't really put them on feet yet. But yeah, this is my showcase shoe. Shout out to the guys.
What do you like the most about that shoe?
What I like the most about it? The scorpion. Yeah. The scorpion on the inside.
Okay.
Right here. And then we can go over to this.
The Griselda?
Yep. Then overall, I like bright shoes. Okay. And I'm honest with myself. And I'm honest with, people around me. This is gonna be a challenge. This styling this pair, putting this on, finding something to wear where it's gonna be a challenge because one, I'm not going outside matching like any of these colors. So I'm gonna have to dumb it down, super dumb down, because I'm not gonna be walking out looking like a highlighter. So my shoes are definitely gonna be the statement piece when I do wear this pair. But I still like them though. I really do. I do like them. Looking forward to that Omni 9 web that he showed. And then that Jazz 9, that all red with the scorpion here on the side. Good stuff in store. Shout out to the guys over at Saucony. Y'all killing it. Shout out West Side Gun too.
Shout out Saucony, man. I love what they did with J-Tips this year, man. But them right there.
Absolutely.
What was that you just did about the jellyfish?
Yeah.
For me? I can't.
What you don't like about them? The colors?
Man, that shoe just doing a whole lot. I will say the one thing that I do like is that there's a scorpion on the insole, and that the shoe under a black light does light up. Not glow in the dark per se, but like it does have a glow. I think that's cool just because scorpions do that. Like you put scorpions under black lights, they look just like that.
I think people missed that part. Like I think people missed the whole.
I did originally, yeah.
The scorpion and it glowing in the dark, but yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at them.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guys.
I couldn't pull those off, bro. I wouldn't be able to pull them off. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Frankie. I was talking to Frankie last night. I was making him feel bad for wanting to shoot. I was like, man, Frankie, I was like, man, them dirt, bro. I don't know why you trying to get that. I was telling them shoes was dirt. He was just like, man, I don't care what y'all say, bro. I'm getting my pair. So I hope he got his pair. I got to tap in for Frankie and see if he got his shoe.
Yeah, man.
They
like
dope,
what
bro.
you like. Buy what you like. But yeah, man, I appreciate you hopping on, taking time out your day to hop on the Soul Brothers podcast. Talking sneakers and much more. What's your closing remarks?
Man, thank you for having me, bro. It's really means a lot. I love doing these podcasts, even though I feel like I never really end up having the time to always watch them. I do love podcasts. I love the work that y'all do. I think it's pretty cool. Shout out to Soul Brothers podcast. And man, to anybody out there watching, bro, just like I said before, man, things get better. Just keep going, keep your head up, and yeah, man, just work on being 1% better every day. Like even after today, I'm pretty sure there were some ways that I conducted myself in this podcast that I might even need to work on. Just get better, baby. But like I said, always be true to yourself, y'all.
Look, this is my closing remark. You can do whatever you want to do with me. I'm cool with it. You mess with my family. But as I always say, guys, love, peace, and sneakers.
So brothers, so brothers. 7 sitting on freeze. They got so